Hey, folks, welcome to another episode of Cutter One. I am your host, Jay Just Jay, your resident troublemaker, your resident culture warrior. All right, let's get right down to it. I got an interesting article here. This one comes to us from Gold Derby. I think they are a site that tracks like award show stuff in Hollywood. And it says Lord of the Rings of Power cast category submissions for award shows. Robert Aramayo and Morfydd Clark are the leads. This is an exclusive. So let's see what they have to say. The Lord of the Rings of Power, has decided on its strategy for the upcoming Winter Award shows. Gold Derby has learned exclusively. See the cast category submissions below. Amazon Prime Video's prequel series, which is based on The Lord of the Rings and Appendices by J.R.R. Tolkien and is developed by J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay, boasts an enormous cast, and we now know who has been entered as leads for the Golden Globes and Critics' Choice Awards. Don't forget, the SAG Awards don't distinguish between leads and supportings on the television side. The show's two lead acting contenders are Robert Aramayo as Elrond and a half-elven architect and politician who uses his friendship with the dwarves to better the lives of his people, and Morfydd Clark as Galadriel, an elven warrior who tries to warn others about the villain Sauron potentially returning to Middle-earth. Amazon tells us that, quote, all other performers are supporting, unquote. Among the massive supporting cast members eligible for awards are Ismael Cruz Cordova as Arondir and Owain Arthur as Durin IV on the male side, and Markella Kavanagh as Eleanor Nori Brandyfoot, and Sophia Nomvete as Disa on the female side. Just like the Lord of the Rings movies, the Rings of Power TV show received positive accolades from critics and was an instant smash hit among fans. Sure. In fact, Amazon announced that the first two episodes were watched by 25 million viewers globally in the first 24 hours of streaming. Okay. The 8-hour-long episodes were doled out over 7 weeks on the Prime Video service from September 1st to October 14th. All of the series regulars are eligible in the Best Drama Ensemble category at the SAG Awards. Clearly, the Actors Guild has a soft spot for Tolkien's intricate world, as The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King all received cast bids. The latter won the top SAG award and later went on to claim 11 Oscars, including Best Picture. Okay, that's just an advertisement for the thing. So, okay, interesting. I was not aware that the show was that well received by fans. Who knew? I guess I must have been watching a different show. Fuck. I don't know. I can't. I'm not. I don't want to like shit talk. Morfydd Clark or Robert Aramayo. Because an actor is only as good as the material they have to work with. Now, granted, there can be actors that are just bad, shitty actors. I haven't seen enough of their work to pass judgment on their acting abilities. Okay, in the show, I'm not impressed in the Rings of Power, but again, a lot of that could be due to the material they had to work with. So I don't want to talk shit about the actors or actresses, at least in regards to whether or not I think they should be nominated for anything or potentially win anything. I think the article paints a very rosy picture, which is, maybe industry insiders may feel that way about a lot of it, but I don't think it's going to win any People's Choice Awards unless there's a category for shit shows. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I think the characters that Morfydd Clark and Robert Aramayo played, I think they were flat characters. They were two-dimensional. They were just sort of like your cookie cutter archetypes. your typical characters you would see, 20 somethings on some CW show. That's literally how they struck me. And again, that could be because they didn't have good material to work with. You can't hand. What was it? What was the saying? You can't piss into a Mr. Coffee and think you're going to get out Taster's Choice. If any of you can place that reference, let me know in the comments, because that's a throwback. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting that they're singling them out as the leads, and everybody else was sort of supporting cast. I would have thought you would have maybe had was it Charlie Vickers as Sauron up there, but I mean, hey, interesting. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think they're gonna, do well on the awards, or do you think the awards shows their performance in the awards shows will be sort of how representative of how fans sort of see it, as lacking? So let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember, if you like the video, give the video a like. If you want to share the video, feel free to do so. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And above all, if you have not already, please subscribe. And if you have, thank you very much for your subscription. It is much appreciated. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.